Hey there folks, and welcome to this video. And here I'm going to be talking about the WRC. I'm going to be talking about speculation for the future of world rallying, and I'm going to be talking about in particular one entry, the one you've come here for the title of, but also another one that's been written about in Dirtfish by David Evans. Let's start off with the title content though, which is that Mitsubishi is expected to be making a rallying return. Don't know if it's actually to the WRC yet, but it was pointed out in their financial results document that there were 5 words: revival of the Ralliart brand. Now, what that exactly means, we don't know yet. A clarification, as Evans puts in Dirtfish, is that for customers who wish to experience our Mitsubishi-ness, we will be launching custom-made accessories for our model lineup, as well as re-entering motorsport events around the world. Right now, it looks like it would be something like the Dakar that they'd return to, given that that is going to be a cheaper event. It's cheaper to do a one-off. You can always have another team do the entry, or the main kind of development for it, though Ralliart is typically in-house. And yeah, it's going to be cheaper than running a full-on WRC campaign. That said, with the new WRC space frame regulations looking to be favouring things like SUVs, and with the rumours still, well, at least insisted by Dirtfish and David Evans, that it's going to be a Puma that Ford are entering in for 2022, we don't really know what's going to happen with the way World Rallying is going to look. As far as we're aware, Hyundai are going to be using the i20N, and Toyota are going to be using the Gazoo Racing Yaris. So what actually happens with Ford, whether or not they use Fiesta like they have done on the Mule that they've got, or whether they're going to be running something completely different like a Puma, we'll be waiting to see. But that said, I love seeing Mitsubishi in rallying. Even though they weren't there for a lot of the time that I was watching rallying, I started watching in 2003 when they were an off-season, then in 04 and 05 their Lancer World Rally car, well, their second Lancer World Rally car, wasn't exactly a title challenger, let's say. Because with Mitsubishi, as you can see with the Group A one in the background, they ran Group A until the last possible moment. Instead of when most people switched over to World Rally Car regulations for 1997, Mitsubishi kept on the Group A until 2001, when they introduced their actual World Rally Car, and even then that wasn't right at the start of the season. But they took the years out for 2003 to make the new generation one, which again didn't have particularly great performances, but it certainly looked the part for a World Rally car. At the same time, however, they were incredibly dominant in Dakar until the Dakar Rally left Africa and moved to South America. So I wouldn't be surprised if the return was to the Dakar, and it would be awesome if they teamed up with the likes of Roma or Petter Hansel, who drove for them for forever. The other news is that reportedly a Chinese manufacturer is looking at entering in the WRC. And this is something that I find is quite interesting, because this is something that I've been talking about for a while. The WRC was supposed to go to China in 2016, but that event ended up getting cancelled because, well, the reports were at the time that it was to do with the road condition after a storm. However, other reports suggested that it was just because the infrastructure really wasn't there and the roads really weren't there either, despite there being a successful candidate event the year prior. I mean, if you want to have some of the content I've done about the new regulations of WRC, check out this video in the description section down below, where I talked about 10 cars that I thought could be in WRC in 2022. 2 of them were Volvo and MG, both Chinese-owned brands. So if there was a Chinese company looking at investing in the WRC, Geely, who end up with ownership of these kinds of companies, would be someone that I would expect to see. Though, of course, what this report is they're going to start off with Rally 3, which is the budget end of four-wheel drive rallying. It's halfway between what we see with the current R5s and what we see with the R2s. So essentially it's R3 and R4 combined. And that would be a nice way for it to start off, especially because with Rally 2 going hybrid quite soon, they're not going to have to necessarily try to figure out how to integrate hybrid into their planned rally car. But that said, thank you so much for watching, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Would Mitsubishi return to the WRC be something you'd be really interested in? Otherwise, would them return to something like the Dakar be awesome? And what do you think about this rumour about a Chinese manufacturer entering in the WRC? I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.